All right, this week we're going to be talking about something new. We're going to be starting grammar this week and really looking and focusing on how our sentences are structured and different things that can help us become better writers. And so we're going to be looking at a sentence in the stories that we read every week. And this sentence comes straight from Leonardo and the Terrible Monster. So we're going to read it together, or I'm going to read it to you. I want you to listen to it. Sam and Leonardo became friends. All right, so I'm going to use my drawing tool here to just point out some things that I noticed about this. First of all, I want to count the words in my sentence and just kind of see how many words I noticed that are in this sentence. Let's count them together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This sentence has 5 words. If you notice, in between each word, there's a space, a finger space. That lets me know that this is a word and it's separate from this word. All right, so Sam and Leonardo became friends. Also note it has a period on the end, and that this sentence is what we call a declarative sentence, or it's what some people would say a telling sentence. It's telling us something. It's telling us that Sam and Leonardo are friends now. So we're going to look at a part of speech called a noun. And a noun is just something that tells a person, place, thing, or animal. And I'm going to circle all the nouns in my sentence with a blue color. So Sam is a person. I'm going to circle him with a blue color. Leonardo is a thing. He's a monster. So he's a noun too. Leonardo and Sam became friends. And a friend is a person. So I'm also going to put a blue box around that. So Sam and Leonardo became friends. So these are the nouns in my sentence. Sam, Leonardo, and friends. These are people, animals, things, or places. So these are people. Sam, Leonardo's a thing, and then friends, we're talking about people or things. So Sam and Leonardo became friends. Something I know about Sam is what we call a singular noun. He's just one person. Leonardo is also a singular noun. He's just one person. But this word friends has this S on the end. And this tells me that they're more than one. Sam and Leonardo, that makes 2 friends, more than one. So it's what we call a plural noun. More than one is plural because it has more than one person. Our friends is plural because it has more than one. We're talking about more than one friend. So we're going to be talking a lot about that this week. I also want to show you, if you notice, Sam starts with a capital S. Why do you think that is? Because the word Sam is important. That is his name. And not only that, but it's the first letter in our entire sentence. And the first letter in our sentence is always capitalized. But it would have been capitalized even if it was the last word in our sentence, because Sam is his name. And that's important. All of our names start with an uppercase letter because it shows that they're important. All right. Leonardo is the same way. His name starts with an uppercase letter because his name is important. All of our names are important, so they start with an uppercase letter. And then at the very end, you notice this right here. This is called a period. And a period just tells us that they're telling us something. They're telling us that Sam and Leonardo are friends, and that's the end of their thought. So every time we write a sentence, it starts with a capital letter, or an uppercase letter, and it ends with a punctuation mark. It's not always a period, but it's either going to be a period, an exclamation mark, or a question mark, and this is what we're going to be focusing on right now is the periods in our punctuation. So Sam and Leonardo became friends has 5 words in the sentence. We know Sam and Leonardo and friends are nouns. Friends is a plural noun, while Sam and Leonardo are singular nouns. And then Sam and Leonardo both have capital letters in their names because they are important, and they start with an uppercase letter. And then the period just tells us that that's the end of our sentence. So you don't have to do anything with this today, but tomorrow we're going to be putting this sentence back in order. So you might want to read it a few times. Pause it and read over the sentence a few times so you know what order it goes in, because tomorrow we'll be putting it back in order to make sure all the words make sense in our sentence. All right, y'all have a great day.